Alright.
I hope it's not gonna tell me like, I don't know, make something Hasbro. It's been way too long since I played Neverwinter, but I don't remember if I ever did any form of recording of it. Mine was starting from scratch. Well, okay. That's it? Fuck. Well, if there's a video, it's just probably like some goddamn trailer.
To brace yourselves for this. Well, that didn't go so badly.
Get his attention. Cleric, with me.
Feed upon the living.
So let's see what I could. What's a moon health? Drow, descendant of a race of dark elves whose beauty and sophistication fail to mask hearts all too often stained by evil. The vast majority of dark elves base their behaviors and attitudes on the worship of chaos evil goddess Loth, also known as the Spider Queen. Drow society is organized into houses that heads of the most powerful house occupy leadership. Positions in the various cities and something turning around, but Tiefling. Dwarf. I love the fact that I can press square just to change gender, but like I can also choose the D-pad. La 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 la. There's Wizard. There's Ranger. Got a paladin, a barbarian. Fighter. Warlock is the spellcaster who draws power from the pack forge with the Eldritch Beam. Warlocks weave curses and destructive magic and can even drain the life force of their foes. Upon reaching level 30, Warlock may specialize in either dealing damage or healing. God, I'm not even sure. I got either Warlock or Wizard. Lesser Curse. Let's go with Wizard. Let's see appearance. Okay. I hope I can do more changes than that. Someone's gone Super Saiyan! Oh, I almost forgot about that music. hope I can change the scar in the different positions because, or maybe, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so the yeah, it doesn't have one. She doesn't have them. Which one? Which one? Can I change stuff? Okay, that's good. Tattoo. I think the head size is pretty good. There's no brow. God, I don't even know where to look. Okay, now it's... I don't see shit. Yes, always. Shoulder width. Oh, okay. Arm length, bulk. that what I want? Yeah. Alright. Deity affiliation. Kevlor presides over the passions of, from life to death, judging the faithless and the false, apportioning souls to their proper fate in the afterlife. His followers are drawn from those who find comfort in the natural transitions from life to death, and those who battle undead, and the practitioners of necromancy. Wherever they might be found, Kevlar's absolute fairness, firm hand, and steady grace brings comfort to those who lose a loved one. Why could it be a good place to start? Dragon Coast? It's a center of commerce. In their hopes of bettering their lot in life, embrace the adventuring life in hopes of making their fortune. Netheril, the Empire of Netheril has risen from the desert sands of Anoraksh, a land weathered in shadows that dominates the northern reach of Faerun. The Netherese claims as long as ancient histories for their country. The North Dock. You are descended from the Netherese ruling elites and are fiercely loyal to the Empire. You were raised on the doctrines of the Church of Char, but the Church turned against you. You are intensely proud of your heritage, but rebel against the arrogance of the Netherese elite. Which one would make a good background story? You were raised by the doctrine, but that doesn't mean it was personally your choice. And the church turned against you. It's kind of a... I mean, the Netherese underclass is just typical. You see it more often. Let's go with that. What kind of name could I give it? How's that? Valkza. So this is what I have right now. Next thing is going to be to know the controls, but let's begin. Normal content is typical, of course. It's like an RPG, so of course.
Are you alright?
Move around with the left stick.
Alright, got a character sheet. Do I have an option menu? Yes, I do! Controller sensitivity. What else? Do I have like... Okay.
Move to Private Wilfred. Press X when close to talk to him.
Thank the gods! When I saw the Draculich attack the ship, I was afraid there would be no survivors. What brings you to Neverwinter in such troubled times? Being attacked by a Draculich and then nearly drowned is quite a shock to the system. I'm sure it will come back to you. In the meantime, you should search the beach for your gear. It's not safe here with villagers undead prowling around. When you finish, head up to the camp at the top of the hill. They've got a nice warm fire up there. You'll feel better once you've dried out.
The quest path leads to your next objective. The path can be toggled from the mission journal found in the main menu.
Do I have something for the audio? Alright. So first... better increase the...
Press X to interact with nearby characters and objects. Select between multiple objects by centering your crosshair cursor over the desired object.
Press O1 and left button to open your inventory. Select an item to equip it. Press the touchpad button to toggle between HUD elements.
The quest tracker displays current quest objectives.
I'm sure I could jump in this game. I was wondering. Can I zoom in?
Campfires or rest zones where out-of-combat players may heal.
Good to meet you. It's good to see someone survive the attack on the ship. When you feel ready, please speak to me again. I'm afraid I need your help. Although we stopped Valindra's main force, the battle is far from over. The battlefield is crawling with mindless undead who lost their masters in the fighting. To make matters worse, the enemy is raising our dead to use against us. Acolyte Naaman is performing a ritual of Kelimvor to lay the newly dead to rest. That is sure to draw an attack here. I must stay and make sure Naaman finishes her ritual. Could you search the battlefield for any wounded we missed and send them here? After you finish with the wounded, go to Del McCourt's camp and tell him our situation.
Oh. I can see the controls. So there's no way to zoom in? Oh. think I'm gonna reduce it a bit. Okay, maybe that doesn't work.
Hover your reticule over objects and enemies to target them. Arcane powers build stacks of arcane mastery. Each stack increases your arcane damage.
Am I glad you came along? I need to find a cleric. I need healing. Am I glad you came along?
Yeah, they should have added the option to adjust the volume of the dialogues. Oh.
Press L1 and X to jump.
You don't say.
We were lucky to drive Valindra's forces back. Thank you for aiding the wounded. They wouldn't have survived much longer with all the undead roving about. I'll try to get medical supplies and reinforcements to Linkletter as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we've got problems of our own here. I'm afraid I have a gruesome task for you. We've driven Valindra's main army off, but our Red Wizard allies are still harassing us with summoned undead. Private Hothedon is trying to drive them off with his archers, but they're short on ammo. Search the battlefield and scavenge some arrows from the dead, and then take them to Hothedon.
Stay frosty.
Cold-based powers build stacks of chill on your target. Each stack reduces the target's movement speed.
I will answer your questions if I can, but do not break my concentration. Valindra had a Dracolich under her control when she attacked Neverwinter. It attacked ships in the harbor, and then came straight for the city. My friends and I were helping Sergeant Knox defend the walls when it attacked. There was a terrific battle, and we were able to defeat it. I don't know how Valindra got a Dracolich. Perhaps a deal with the cult of the dragon. The important thing is that we deprive her of it. When a Dracolich is killed, its spirit returns to a special phylactery. From there, it can possess the body of another dragon and be reborn. This Dracolich's spirit has not departed yet. I am trying to bind it here. If it cannot return to the phylactery, we may be able to destroy it and deprive Valindra of a powerful ally.
Yeah, definitely. I'm proud of how she looks. She looks hot. Man, you guys really were desperate for arrows.
We must drive the wizards back.
thank you for the help. The Red Wizards haven't been driven away, but this will at least force them to keep their heads down. More undead are attacking Neverwinter. They're boiling out of Castle Never and storming the Sleeping Dragon Bridge. If the bridge falls, they will enter the heart of the city, Protector's Enclave. I must stay and deal with the Red Wizards. Please, go to the bridge and aid the defenders. Destroy the undead soldiers near the gate to our north so it may be opened safely. Then talk to Private Wilfred. He will get you inside the city and show you the way to the bridge. Be careful, these undead are more aggressive than others you fought. Tempest grant you strength.
Hello again. You're looking a good deal fiercer than when you washed up on the beach. Told you trying out by the fire would do you good. My mother always says, warm clothes make for a warm heart. You've thinned out the skeletons enough that we should be able to slip through the gate safely. Linklater gave me some healing potions for you. You may need them on the bridge.
Select a location to travel to it.
Currently, I'm on the battlefield.
They're in trouble! We must go to their aid!
Click in the L3 button and move it any direction to teleport away from enemy attacks.
Do not teleport when your stamina is low.
Archers! just keep coming! Nine hells is that?
Stay frosty, man.
You can activate your daily power when your action points are full.
The gatehouse! We're going to make it!
Idiot. Kinda obvious you were no match.
To pick up loot.
Seriously, dude.
Sorry, should have been more cautious. But when I thought of all my friends who died because of her... Find Sergeant Knox and tell him what happened. Ask him to check on my mother from time to time. You have to stop her. Lord Neverember is no saint, but he's better than the alternative. If Neverember fails here, Valindra will rule Neverwinter.
Find Sergeant Knox. He's one of Neverember's guards. One of the good ones. You must stop Valindra.
Sorry, Wilfred. Really sorry, dude. But, you know, you kind of jump in there.
Greetings, adventurer. I am Sergeant Knox. This city owes you a debt of gratitude. Please, follow me. Many of the citizens here wish to thank you personally. Follow me. We lost a lot of good people today. The Harbinger appearing so close to the walls does not bode well for the safety of the Enclave. I understand you lost quite a few of your belongings when the ship you were on was destroyed by the Dracolich. Talk to Supply Sergeant Quinn. He'll get you sorted out.
Sup, Quinn?
Hello, adventurer. I heard about what happened on the bridge, but you stopped the Harbinger. We all owe you a debt. Knox asked me to set you up with some clothes to replace those you lost. I'm afraid I don't have anything fancy, but at least they're warm. Take a look in the chest.
Follow me. Lord Neverember has asked me to take charge of organizing the city's defenses. Part of that charge is hiring brave adventurers like yourself to defeat threats before they end up at our gates. To that end, please look at the chest for a token of my appreciation for your efforts today. I have some more work for you if you're interested. Protector's Enclave needs your help.
I've gotten a report about some disturbances in the vaults beneath the Hall of Justice. The guards are spread thin after the last attack, but you've proven yourself more than capable. So I'd like to ask you to look into it for me. I've told the gate guards you're coming. He'll let you into the vault.
There's Neverwinter. Neverwinter.
You're the one Sergeant Knox sent to investigate. Well, I'm glad you're here. We've heard some strange noises from the vault. One of the other guards went to check on it, but he should have been back by now. I have to guard the entrance, but I'll let you through. Find the source of those noises, and look for Quartermaster Otis. He'll know what's happening.
Well, that got him. Shit, I need some thieving skills. Oh, I took him out. I got quartz.
The Nashers snuck into the vaults during Valindra's attack on the city. They're here to steal the crown of Neverwinter! They almost got to it, but then they angered the dead resting in the lower vaults. They're fighting each other down there right now. I sealed them in behind the hidden entrance to the lower vaults. There's a secret switch in the bookcase on the back wall. Stop the Nashers before they get the crown!
The Nashers are violent factions of the anti-Neverember resistance group known as the Sons of Alagondar. These rebel factions all swear loyalty to Neverwinter alone, and see Neverember as a pretender who is unworthy to rule. Most of the rebels... Most of the rebels are young men and women who grew up in Neverwinter during its periods of lawlessness, after it was largely abandoned. They have been reared on the stories of the city's former glory, but have always lived in the shadow of its ruins. Of the rebel factions, the Nashers are among the most vicious in their methods, led by the towering Earth God, warrior Karzov. They seem more like a gang than a movement, and often clash with other rebels factions over their methods. The Nashers have no qualms about using rioting, assassination, theft, and sabotage as a weapon against Neverember, no matter how many innocent civilians are hurt by their actions. Protector Enclave. Jewel of the North. Left the desolate ruins after a terrible cataclysm, the city of Neverwinter is struggling to rise from the ashes and recover its former glory. Yet even as its citizens return and rebuild, a myriad of dire threats have arisen, any one of which could once again tear the city apart. The Lord Protector of Neverwinter has put forth the call for heroes to come to the aid of the beleaguered city. You have answered that call to adventure, but even as your ship reaches its destination, you find the city under attack by the undead armies of Valindra's Shadow Mantle. It will take all your skill and luck to keep your first day in Neverwinter from becoming your last. Beneath the Hall of Justice lies a series of vaults, crypts, and storage chambers where many of the Neverwinter's noble heroes and treasures are kept. The vault dates back 100 of years, to when the building was the city main temple to Tyr, the now dead god of justice. When Lord Neverember decided to make the former temple of Tyr the seat of his rule, he used the vaults as a safe place to store many of the historical treasures uncovered in the city's reconstruction. The vaults are rumored to be haunted, and popular myth says that the city honor a dead will rise to slay any who disturb their rest. The undead attack is a better distraction. Okay. Karzov's orders. The undead attack is a better distraction than the riot we were planning. So we're moving up our operations. Your order are to get into the vault beneath the temple while the guards are too busy fighting the undead. Once you're in, grab the quartermaster and make him tell you where the crown of Neverwinter is kept. Then leave the rest of Gothwan and honor. Remember, we're only after the crown. Touch nothing else. We can loot the rest once we rule the city, and we can't risk angering the dead. It was a dead giveaway. Ooh.
For the rebellion!
Well.
Ah, you're here. Oh, wait. Are you? Here, I mean.
Yes, are you okay?
Oh, quite. I have trouble at times being sure if I'm viewing the present or one possible future. I'm a seer, you see. In most of my visions, you rescued me, but there were a few where I had to escape on my own, and a handful I'd rather not dwell on. At least now, I know I can relax. Apart from not being eaten, I'm glad you rescued me, as I came to Neverwinter specifically to meet you.
Okay.
Yes, my visions show your actions will have a great impact on the future of Neverwinter and the entire Sword Coast. I am here both to assist you and be assisted by you in my own quest. No details now. I've delayed you long enough, and you have important things to do. Besides, I have to do some more research in the library here before you can help me. Or did I already do that? No. Yes, I still have research to do. Just come see me in the library once you're done in Blacklake. Oh, forget I mentioned that. Come see me when you can.
God damn it. I'll do my best. Well, the dead are moaning. They got sucked in and died. Okay. I'm glad this is over with.
Oh no. Hurry and get the crown! The Guardian is waking up!
You're too late! The crown belongs to the Nashers!
Dude, that did a lot of damage. The crown of Neverwinter, forge of mithril, set with blue gems and set to kill any pretender who wears it. The crown of Neverwinter is a potent symbol to the people of the city. Though it has been rumored for some time that Lord Neverember possesses the crown, he has never publicly worn it. Those obsessed with Neverember's rule claim he knows the crown's magic would kill him as a usurper. Others say Neverember is wise not to press his claim to the city until Neverwinter is fully rebuilt and unified. Whatever the reason, the crown is said to be kept in the vault beneath the Hall of Justice, where it is guarded by Neverember's soldiers, and some say by the city's honored dead. Alright, so when it's that area that's darkened, that's basically a recent entry. Neverwinter. Protector's Enclave. Oh.
Protector's Enclave needs your help. Nashers won't pull to raid the vault so soon after Valindra's attack. Thanks for your help in defending the vault. Unfortunately, the Nashers got away with the Crown of Neverwinter. The crown is a powerful symbol of rightful rule in this city. It must be found, for the Nashers can use it to start a rebellion. The Nashers have stolen the Crown of Neverwinter from the vault, but we still have a chance to recover it. We just need to catch the two thieves who escaped and trace where the Nashers are hiding the crown. We know that one of the thieves, a sly rogue called Honor Ray, uses a ruined building near the Driftwood Tavern as their hideout. The Nashers will flee if they see me or my squad approach, but you might be able to corner her and find out if honor still has the crown.
Greetings. Is there something you wish to discuss?
The Dragonborn.
I will help however I can. I am Serena, emissary of the Dragonborn forces here in Neverwinter. No, that would be General Barash. But Barash's focus must be on military matters, on what missions to send soldiers out to accomplish. He does not have much time for politics, so my task is to speak with the leaders of Neverwinter on his behalf for more mundane matters, and to advise him on how to navigate the politics here. We were concerned before we arrived, but it seems that your Lord Neverember and his allies have been glad for our help. Of course, it is natural that they do not entirely trust us, but the Dragonborn are an honorable people, and our word carries more weight than that of many others.
Well met. Hello there. Are you interested in a battle of wits? I am apprenticed to a rather powerful and eccentric wizard. My master has hidden a number of scrying orbs throughout the Sword Coast. When activated, the orbs give the user a bird's eye view of the surrounding area. I have already located the orbs in the Protector's Enclave, but I could use help locating the others. Please visit the orbs in Protector's Enclave to familiarize yourself with them. Keep your eyes peeled for any other orbs you may come across in your travels.
Hall of Justice.
Bahamut, grant us the strength to face the trials ahead.
How can I help?
I am Patron Earthras, a cleric of Bahamut. At the dawn of time, there was a great god named Io, who was a god of all dragonkind and of much more. However, during the great wars between the gods and primordials, Io was slain, his body split in two. But no sooner did Io's sundered corpse fall to the ground than each half rose up as a new god. Their names were Bahamut and Tiamat. We worship Bahamut, the lord of metallic dragons. He teaches his followers to uphold the highest ideals of honor and justice. Naturally, as his followers, we oppose his sister and eternal enemy, Tiamat, the evil queen of chromatic dragons.
Devout worshippers can gain the favor of the gods. Return to me when you are more experienced, and I will teach you the secrets of invocation. Invoke your patron deity, and you shall be rewarded.
Other Harpers have more pressing need for your aid.
I'll choose the wilderness over a city like this every time.
New Sharandar faces many challenges. Perhaps with your aid, we can prevail. Old Sharandar was once the heart of the elven kingdom of Ilianbruin. Now, the once great city lies in ruins, deep in the heart of Neverwinter Wood. We have come to Neverwinter to seek help from the greatest of heroes. We have been watching your progress, and shall ask for your aid when you are ready. How else may I be of assistance to you?
At some point, I hope I'll get a mount. Protector's Enclave.
There is no time for small talk.
Welcome to Seven Suns Coster Market. Go in and check out the bazaar. Press L1 and the up button to find Seven Suns on your map.
It's been a long time since we Dragonborn have journeyed so far from our kin. What do you wish to ask? I am Kriv, a scribe and historian, come to record the deeds of our soldiers. Ha! That is a long story. I'll tell you some of the interesting bits. Until only 150 or so years ago, we lived in another world, where our people were slaves to the dragons. Then our world of Abier collided with your world of Torl. And all of us were transported here, away from our dragon masters. Today, we are free from the dragon's rule, our own people. But perhaps even more interesting is how we were created. There are many tales, and most are vague and contradict each other. When the dragons were our masters, they used to tell us that Io created the Dragonborn to serve the dragons. Another legend says that our people rose up from the drops of blood shed by Io when he was slain in the Great Dawn War. Yet another legend claims that we were the firstborn of the world, and that Io created the dragons after us, to serve as engines of destruction. Who can say which tales are true and which are not? Now that we are free, none shall tell us what to believe, not even each other. All Dragonborn must choose for themselves what they believe to be the truth.
Interesting. Hello. Wow, those guys are definitely not afraid. Okay. Alright. That's one quest down.
With all the threats around Neverwinter, I'm surprised the city is still standing at all. Your warriors must be fierce indeed. What do you need? I am Corin, a veteran soldier of Barash's Dragonborn army. In many ways, we're probably a lot like the soldiers of Neverwinter. But Dragonborn are an especially proud and honorable people, and we carry those values into all aspects of our lives, especially combat. Adversaries, even bitter enemies, should be treated with respect. Fear is a disease, and cowardice is a moral failing. Commitments made must be carried out, and breaking an oath is the height of dishonor. I've heard other races say that our strict code makes us weak or easy to exploit. But we survived the yoke of slavery under the dragons, a yoke that those who say such things have never had to bear. So I say that it is our code that makes us strong, unbreakable.
All right. Let's go. Sorry about that, but you deserve it. Bounce price. Bloody Nasher. What can I do with those quartz? Well, that was fast. You find a note in Honor backpack. Honor. That adventurer saw us in the vault. We can't stay in the Enclave. I'm going to sell off my share. Then I'm heading to Black Lake. The very thing. Same thing that a girl said. That Seer said, anyway. We should be safe in Karzov, and his Nashers. Fucking bugs.
Protector's Enclave needs your help. Gothwin went to Black Lake. That explains a lot. If Gothwin's gone into Black Lake District, that's going to be trouble. Black Lake District is a mess. I'm not just talking about the sludge from the lake. The National Rebels are openly defying Lord Neverwinter's rule and are attacking anyone who won't swear loyalty to their leader, Karzov. Meet with Private Hothwadon Falwyn. If Gothwin is still in Black Lake, Hothwadon will know about it.
Yup, trouble there. Before the day end.
I remember when Black Lake was a nice place to live.
Let's see. Black Lake District. Although the Black Lake District stands largely intact in the wake of the various disasters that laid Neverwinter low, those who inhabit the districts have violently resisted Lord Neverember's plans to resettle it. The Nashers, the more violent factions of the anti-Neverember Sons of Alagondar, have claimed the area for themselves, daring Neverember's soldiers and mercenaries to try to take it from them by force. As if the Nashers weren't enough of a problem by themselves, there are rumors that a secret society of devil worshippers operate in the Black Lake District, where they slowly infiltrate the ranks of both the Nashers and Neverember's troops. Report of kidnappings are common, and in the southern end of the district one can even find diabolic symbols left in as graffitis on the walls of the crumbling buildings.
Safety beyond this point.
There's much to be done if the Black Lake District is to be safe for Neverwinter's civilians once more.
Watch your step in this district. Black Lake is home only to the desperate and the deranged. Well met. I am Hothadon Falwan, private in the service of the city of Neverwinter, soldier in the squad of Sergeant Knox, finder of secrets, and hunter of criminals. I had not heard you were coming, but I look forward to working with you. Last I heard, Sergeant Knox sent you on the trail of one Gothwin Cooper. I have news of his whereabouts, but I fear it's not good. Our best hope for finding Karzov and the stolen crown lies with the Nasher Cutpurse Gothwin Cooper, who took part of the theft. I've marked a few of his known haunts on your map. Investigate those areas, and see if you can turn up some clue to where he may be hiding.
The Nashers are attacking travelers on sight.
The waterfront is a dangerous place. A priest of the lurking god Ganadar is summoning unnatural things from the bowels of Black Lake. Drive back the terror and slay the priest!
We may not have much, but we have our pride. Oh, how's a person supposed to make an honest living in this town? The Nashers claim to be revolutionaries, but they're just another street gang. They steal from the poor, claiming it's to overthrow a tyrant. But all they really want is to line their own pockets. Well, no more. I've still got a little coin, and I'll pay you well to recover some of the things they've stolen from us.
You need to be careful beyond this point. This whole area is under Nasher control. Their leader Karzov has them all whipped into a fervor. They've become hostile to all outsiders, and will attack on sight. Our orders are to hold these gates, so this area should be safe. But I strongly recommend you spend some spare coin on healing potions before you go out there.
It should be fine. The Nashers in Black Lake.
Be prepared to defend yourself beyond this point.
The violent rebel faction known as the Nashers have recently claimed all of Black Lake's districts as their own territory, preventing Neverember's troops from providing any aid to those trapped inside. Thus far, the Nashers have used their superior knowledge of the district layout to evade, ambush, and confound Neverember's troops. But certainly they must know that they cannot hold out forever. The question remains then, what do they hope to accomplish? Do they simply see their occupation of Black Lake as a symbolic resistance? Or do they have other plans?
You won't let the Nashers drive us from our homes.
witnesses. Destroy you! Our cause is just!
Oh, Mater, bless your heart. These meager goods might not seem like much to you, but to the poor of this district, they mean survival, at least for a little while longer. I remember when Black Lake was a nice place to live.
Leave no witness.
We cannot guarantee your safety beyond this point.
I've been keeping Sergeant Knox apprised of your progress. I believe he's quite impressed so far. The dismissive note, the dead bodies, and the sewer key, they all add up to one thing. Gothwin Cooper has been kidnapped by the infamous Dead Rats gang. We aren't the only ones who want Gothwin to reveal the location of Karzav and the Crown. A gang of were-rat thieves, known as the Dead Rats, caught wind of his involvement and kidnapped him. The Nashers abandoned Gothwin to his fate, so if you can rescue him, he will likely tell us everything he knows. The Dead Rat's lair is in the sewers here. I'll mark a known entry on your map, but be careful. Gothwin is no doubt being kept deep within their nest.
If you have the time, we might be able to help each other. I've salvaged what I can, but I'm gonna need new samples of Black Lake sludge for me work. The samples must come from specific patches of the sludge, which wouldn't be difficult, except the whole area is swarming with violent rebels. I'm willing to pay you to collect the samples for me.
The Tatters.
Most folks consider the Black Lake a polluted mess, but for an alchemist, it's brimming with possibilities. Excellent! With these samples, I'll finally be able to discover if the sludge is animal, vegetable, mineral, or undead. This will be a huge help to me research. There are some reagents you don't want to use on undead sludge, believe me.
The lake for which the Black Lake district was named still sits in the center of the district. However, it has been utterly polluted by ash and debris from the eruptions of Mount Outnow, as well as by filth and rubbish from the vagabonds and vagrants who make their home in nearby ruins house. The lake looks more like a midden pit of thick black sludge these days than a body of water. Azel the alchemist, working from nearby the lake, has been studying the sludge, although her findings were inconclusive. She suspected that the sludge had somehow become composed, or something else, beyond what she expected. It had strange, almost magical properties, although where such properties could have come from is a mystery.
What do you know? Crush him, dog!
Somebody is AFK. Dead Rats. The Dead Rats are a ruthless gang of were-rats who have burrowed into Neverwinter's filthy underbelly running their criminal organization out of the sewers near Black Lake. The gang recruits from among the region's scums, infecting new members with lycanthropy to ensure their loyalty. The Dead Rats claim that they were once part of the infamous Dead Rat Steve. You've got mail. The Thieves Guild of Luskin, but left after a falling out caused a divide within the gang. This claim has yet to be either substantial or disproven, but it would explain the gang's sudden appearance and immediate success in their various criminal ventures. Poor guy. Fucking bottom feeder.
Yes, I helped to steal the crown at Neverwinter. I was a loyal Nasher, but after Karzov left me to die down here, I don't know him anything. I'll tell you what I know about where Karzov is now, and also where he stashed the crown. Hey, if you see that treacherous bastard, remind him that loyalty works both ways, preferably while you're twisting a blade in his guts.
I'll see what I can do.
You have suffered a minor injury.
Receiving 2 minor injuries in the same location upgrades the injury from minor to severe. Use an injury kit or stand by a campfire to remove 1 minor injury.
The Nashers are attacking travelers on sight.
I've been keeping Sergeant Knox apprised of your progress. I believe he's quite impressed so far. Gothwin told us everything. Now we know where Karzov is hiding, and where the crown is. With any luck, we'll catch him and recover the crown before the day is done. Watch your step in this district. Black Lake is home only to the desperate and the deranged. According to Gothwin's information, Karzov is hiding in a safe house nearby, while the crown is hidden in their headquarters. Meet with Private Zoe Fargo. She's keeping watch over the safe house where Karzov is hiding.
The more I look, the more it seems the Ashmedai have their claws in everything. What's that? You want to help with my Ashmedai investigation? How did you... No, never mind. The help is appreciated. I've discovered that a group within the Ashmedai are attempting to infiltrate the Nasher rebels. This particular group uses marks to identify themselves. I have solid information that the infiltrating Ashmedai are posing as pairs of recruits patrolling around Black Lake. Unfortunately, I'm not much of a fighter. Find Nasher recruits who are patrolling in pairs, take them out, and search them for Ashmedai mocks. If we can confirm that the Ashmedai are infiltrating the Nashers, we can take steps to stop them.
Unfortunately, I only know the basics. They are a brutal cult of devil worshippers who swear fealty to Asmodeus, the supreme master of the nine hells. As I'm sure you can figure it out, they don't make very good neighbors. Fortunately, they don't have the numbers or the individual power to oppose. Okay. You've heard the story. You are injured.
I remember when Black Lake was a nice place to live.
Many mortal wish for power. Some work for it, some steal it, some study to learn it, and some take it by force. Some, however, are willing to buy it from the denizens of the nine hells, such as a transaction typically comes at a high price if the mortal wishes to be granted great power, but many devils delight in bargaining and will gadly haggle what they can out of mortals for a lesser boon as well. There are no rules when it comes to bargaining with devils, except those that are agreed upon. Any who wish to take such a risk would do well to remember that devils are irredeemably evil creatures that consume mortal souls to fuel their grand infernal design. No matter what the devil may say or do, no matter how much it claims to value fairness and openness in its dealing, its ultimate goal will be to take from you your immortal soul. By the way, you are injured.
You were able to find something? That is excellent news. Just as I suspected. This isn't good news. It's not often as an investigator that you hope your information is wrong. We need to warn the Nashers. As much of a problem as they are, they're less dangerous as rebels than they are as devil-worshipping cultists. All right, I have another task for you. I've crafted some warning notices about the infiltrating Ashmedai and how to identify them, and I want you to place them on buildings in this area of Black Lake. The Nashers won't speak to us directly, but maybe a few of them will see these warnings and take them seriously.
Look how fast that thing is going.
What do you know?
Stock up on potions before you enter Black Lake.
Think I got what I need.
We've done all we can. The rest is up to the Nashes. My thanks for your help. Maybe we'll see each other again. In the meantime, I have an investigation to return to. Best of luck on your own adventures.
What do you know? Our cause is just.
The rebels are everywhere.
Watch out for ambushes. Glad you made it. You've been giving the Nashers a real thrashing. Wish I could have been out there helping. But someone had to keep an eye on the safe house. By the look of things, they figured out we're onto them. Ready for our next move? The Nashers set fire to the safe house to cover their escape. But I didn't see Karzov leave. We might still have a chance to catch him here. Oh, and I'm coming with you. Karzov put a bounty on my head, and I want to pay him back in kind.
Lord Nasharala Gondar, the greatest lord of Neverwinter ever to have lived, made his name in a battle against a Minotaur. Although he was at a disadvantage, although the Minotaur was larger and stronger, Nasharala Gondar's determination won the day. He slew the great beast with a sword thrust through the eye. We honor him, and we take as our symbol the image of the slain Minotaur. We shall win through. We shall create a free Neverwinter. To be an adventurer like you, then I took an arrow to the knee. Got one's fate. This seems to be a note containing orders from Karzov. Jacob, yes, I am aware that the Dead Rats are behind Gothwan's disappearance, and no, I definitely don't think that it's a coincidence. Of course, they're after the crown, but they're also our allies. As much as a gang of criminals can be our allies, moving against them openly would do us far more harm than good. Not only would we lose their assistance in our smuggling operations, but fighting the Dead Rats would leave us open to Neverember's thugs. So you see our problem. We'd be fool to expect that the Dead Rats had anything but their own ends in minds when they offered to ally with us. But sadly, there are more important things at stake here than Guthwin's life. When the When Nasher takes the throne of Neverwinter, we will have our revenge. But for today at least, we must let the rats live. What is she doing?
Man Castle, we'll hold them off.
Feel my arcane wrath!
Well, that was something.
The rebels are everywhere. Watch out for ambushes. 9 hells! Kozov got away. But, thanks to you, we have a pretty good idea where he's going. What's even better, he doesn't know that we know. Ready for our next move? You're going to need a distraction to keep the Nashers off your back while you're going after Kozov. And I think I know just the thing. The Nashers have been smuggling supplies across the lake. Supplies they need for their revolution. Set some of those supplies on fire on your way to Nasha headquarters. That should keep them plenty busy. Kozov will head for Nasha headquarters, an old warehouse by the shore of the lake. According to Gothwin, that's where they're keeping the crown as well. This is it. Time to put down the Nasha rebellion and recover the crown. I can't believe my sister's missing all the fun.
The cause is just!
Fuck. Never our Lord. What do you call someone who takes over a city for his own profit, who floods the streets with mercenaries and fills the coffers of the crooked, who lies about his claim to the throne, who crushes protests, and who sends the sick off to die? You never call that man lord of your city. Neverember is no lord of Neverwinter. Fight the occupation. Death to the pretender. Nashers for Lord Nasher. The Pretender would like it if people forgot their past, but we remember. We call ourselves Nashers in memory of Lord Nasher Alangandar, the ruler of Neverwinter's golden age. He saw the city through war and tragedy and ruled fairly and wisely. In his memory we fight against the Lord Pretender Neverember and his Water Avians invaders. Long live Neverwinter, down with the Pretender. Well, the asshole's dead. This appears to be a letter from Arlen Bladeshaper to Karzov. Karzov, if what you say about Gothwins is true, then we can no longer plan to smuggle the crown out of Black Lake through the sewers. The rats would certainly betray us and try to take it. It would probably succeed, since the sewers are their home turf. You'll have to sit tight and hold out against Neverwinter's soldiers for a little while longer while I figure out another way to get the crown out of Black Lake. I know that you would rather I abandon the other plans I'm working on and just come to Black Lake personally. We had this discussion before, and my answer is still the same. I'm working closely with our others allies on these plans, and they wouldn't be happy if I abandoned them. And considering how much we need them right now, I want to keep them happy. The rats' betrayal, while we should have expected it, is an unfortunate delay. But if you can keep control of Black Lake until we can smuggle the crown out of there, it will all be worth it. I will set the crown upon my brow, and Neverwinter's lies will be laid bare for all to see. The Nashers will take control of of Neverwinter, and we will claim the city's former glory. If equipped. Can't be equipped as part of the quest. Cornering Karzov.
This is my place. Get your own.
Easy does it. I just have some questions for you.
Questions? What kind of questions do you have for old Jerry? Surviving! What do you think? This is the only place I don't get hassled by the city guard.
Why does the city guard
Because I got nowhere to live. So I live on the street or wherever I can find some space. Guards don't like that so much. So here I am, out of the way. Waterdeep!
Did you just yell out Waterdeep?
Waterdeep! That's the city of splendors!
Right then, I have another question for you. Why don't the Nashers and dead rats bother you?
Simple, because I ain't got nothing. These are only interested in you if you got something they can steal. Used to have some stuff. Real nice stuff that I found. That was back when I had a cozy place down in the sewers. But then some blasted adventurers bursted in shouting about loot and took my stuff. Baldur's Gate!
Baldur's Gate?
That's where the flaming fists come from.
I really don't want to know. Another question for you? No.
Lost gun!
No blood pack. Victor Vrockwin. Hello, Valksa. My name is Victor Vrockwin, and I am in the service of one with whom you have a blood pack. I'm sure that you know that that as a Tiefling, your ancestor made blood pacts with powerful devils in exchange for power, and those pacts do not expire on the individual's death, rather it is passed on through their bloodline. Do not fear, your pact is minor, and all that will be required is some small favors in order for you to be released from the obligation. You will not be asked to do anything that would cause you to work against Neverwinter interest. In fact, my master wished for you to help an investigator of the Neverwinter Guard in his work against the Ashmedai, a cult of Asmodeus. You may very well aid Neverwinter while fulfilling your obligation to my master. Investigator Runnigan is currently in the Blackley district. Speak to him and offer him your aid. If you have any question, feel free. Well, that's already done. What is this, Hawkman? That's Hawkman.
Protector's Enclave needs your help. The crown of Neverwinter is back in the vault. National rebellion is over, and Karzar's many victims have some justice. I knew you were the one to watch, but this is more than I could have dared hope for. I think I almost dismissed you that day on the Sleeping Dragon Bridge. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad you've come to Neverwinter. But it ain't over yet. I've got disturbing reports from the Seven Sons Coster Market. There are kobolds loose in this city. can't let them get a foothold in the Enclave. We'll never be rid of them. The kobolds robbed Grace Rathburn's market stall in broad daylight. The thieves made their escape through a small sewer grate. I'd like you to track the kobolds down and retrieve Grace's stolen jewelry.
There's trouble brewing in the Tower District. The Maniaros orcs have taken over the area, and the Neverwinter Guard could use some help dealing with them. Considering your success in Blacklake, I think you might be just what we need. Go to the Tower District and meet with Sergeant Creed at the Fallen Tower Tavern. He can tell you more.
Ah, thank the gods. Sabella, the seer you rescued, while investigating the Nasher break-in in the vaults, is looking for you. She was sure you would talk to me today, and has sent a never-ending stream of messengers to remind me to tell you to go see her. Please, go talk to her. But be cautious, just between you and me. She seems a bit off.
Should I continue? Yeah, let's take a break. Yep. Time to log out.